Lithuania is one of the three Baltic states. It is bordered by Latvia to the north, Belarus to the east and south, Poland to the south, and Kaliningrad to the southwest. The Palm Sunday is a Christian tradition that is popular in Lithuania. It starts at the first weekend in March. This tradition has been going on for more than 400 years in Lithuanian capital, Vilnius. People greet spring with bouquets made of dried plants and flowers, Easter palms, in Lithuanian verbos. Kaziukas fair is a spring tradition in Lithuania. As the name implies, it's a fair, so people here sell all kinds of things. This tradition is also over 400 years old. The biggest Kaziukas fair happens in Lithuanian capital Vilnius, but it also happens in Kaunas, Klaipėda, and other cities of Lithuania. Kaziukas fair starts on March 4th. A typical Lithuanian Christmas Eve looks like this. All family members sit down to the table. Usually 12 dishes are put down on the table, and it's a must to taste every one of it. It will give you luck and satiety for the upcoming year. During the feast, dead family members are also remembered, so a place for them is also put down on the table. It's believed that animals regain their ability to talk that night, so food is also left for them.
Toliau laikyti šeimos pamatus. A tu tau davėjau, ne?
Davai. Nu, ko tau palinkėti?
Ai, man sveikatos.
Tik tau sveikatos.
Shrove Tuesday is not a holiday but is singled out as the day which puts to end meat eating and the time of merrymaking. One of the most common celebration examples are eating enormous amounts of pancakes, carting around male and female dolls and burning them, and also the struggle between winter and spring, wrestling between Fatso and Emperor. Assumption of Mary is celebrated on August 15th. Women on this day collect the most beautiful field flowers, herbs, and thank the earth for their harvest and beauty.
Lithuanians are quite introverted and talk a little with people they don't know. The importance of social classes is negligible and there are few districts or institutions exclusively for the rich or the poor. The Catholic religion helped to maintain the country's heritage during the Soviet years. Lithuania has many museums, and here you will find amber, often with insects or leaves trapped there for thousands of years. Lithuanian is the official language of Lithuania and is recognized as one of the official languages of the European Union. Lithuanian is a Baltic language. February 16th and March 11th are Restoration of Independence Days in Lithuania. On these days, flags are raised, marches and concerts take place. On Easter, family members gather together to eat festive breakfast. The mandatory dish is eggs. Before eating it, everybody plays the cheerful egg tapping game. Each person chooses a hard-boiled egg and taps the tip of their egg over their opponents. Unbroken eggs continue the game till the last healthy egg remains. May 1st is Labor Day. It's a public holiday, so everyone gets a day off school and work. June 24th is St. John's Day. Traditions on this day include singing songs, dancing, jumping over a bonfire. When midnight comes, Search of the Magic Friend begins. November 1st is the All Saints Day. In the evening, people go to the cemetery to light candles on graves. Vėdarai is a really interesting dish. They're just pork hoses filled with mashed potatoes. Sounds weird, but it's worth a try. Cepelinai is an authentic potato dish with meat, curd or mushroom filling. Lithuanians love it. Šakotis is a dough dessert baked by constantly rolling it. The cooking process looks really interesting and fun. Kugelis is a dish made from shredded potatoes. The whole thing is cooked in the oven. Every cooker can add anything by their choice: meat, mushrooms, onions, or anything else. Cold borscht soup is a traditional Eastern European dish. Main ingredients are kefir and beet, and that's why the soup is cold. Most of Lithuanian authentic dishes are made from potatoes because Lithuania was farmer and village country.
Music of Lithuania refers to all forms of music associated with Lithuania, which has a long history of the folk, popular, and classical musical development. Lithuanian folk music is mostly used for ritual purposes, containing elements of paganism and faith. Mikalojus Konstantinas Čiurlionis is one of the most famous Lithuanian artists and composers. During his short life, he created about 200 pieces of music. He's best known for his unusual work ethic. He painted based on what he heard in his music. His works have had profound influence on modern Lithuanian culture. Traditional crafts are full of magic and they are very popular in Lithuania. The people who have kept the secrets of their family's craft for centuries are truly amazing. A traditional branch of Lithuanian folk art that unites faith with workmanship, cross-crafting, has been proclaimed a masterpiece of the oral and intangible heritage of humanity by UNESCO. This craft was never taught in special schools. The crosses were, and still are, made out of wood, metal, and even stone by self-taught artisans. Major summer or winter temperature differences mean that Lithuanian stage fashion is highly seasonal. Summer clothing can be skimpy, but it should still cover upper thighs and torso. A fall costume is acceptable as formal attire under the Lithuanian etiquette. Such usage grew in popularity in 1930s. Women in full fall costume, men with folk strip replacing their tie, but has been since extinguished by the Soviet occupation. Today, the folk costume usage is limited to folk singing and similar events. Lithuania is covered mostly by trees, forests, and meadows. In fact, 57% of Lithuania is covered by meadows and 30% by forests. Some of the biggest ones are Dainava wood, Labanoro wood, and Kazlų Rūda forest. We have 5 national parks, the highlight being the Kuršių Nerija National Park, a special environment of high dunes, pine forests, beaches, a lagoon, and seacoasts. Lithuania is a country of flat lands, so they cover about 75% of the country. With that being said, our highest hill is only 294 meters high above the sea level and is named Aukštojas, which roughly translates to high hill. Ačiū už dėmesį.